Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio, and y'all know who the fuck it is. I guess today's episode will be called A Day in the Life of the Machine. It's gonna be a long day. I gotta try to make like $300. I gotta try to get a Lyft in, and I gotta try to watch UFC all in the same day. God damn it. And then come right back to work tomorrow. It's gonna be a fun day. It's gonna be an interesting day. It's gonna be a good day. Gonna be a good day. I can tell. So to follow through on the video I made yesterday, I said I was gonna take screenshots comparing the Uber surge versus the Lyft personal power zone and what they were charging the passengers, and how this is a gigantic fuck you to drivers. And it really is. And before I get into the video, and bear in mind, the quality of this video is going to be kind of low because I have a 0.0 milligrams of caffeine in my system right now. And that's usually not a good thing. It's my oil meter. I'm good. Okay. Okay. So I know the wording, because some of you tried correcting me on this, and I've said this in the video on Monday. It's a personal power zone. So that means that my power zone is different than the driver right next to me, and their power zone is different than the driver 2 blocks away, and their power zone is different from the driver 2 miles away. I'm aware of that. I'm aware everyone's power zone is different. What I'm saying is this is completely inferior to Uber's flat surge, because you would have to drive somewhere in hopes of getting a bonus while you are surrounded by demand. And even the demand is even being reflected on the driver app. That's the issue. That's what I'm talking about. And the bigger issue is, in my opinion, that Lyft will be charging in-demand prices. And if you didn't get a power zone, well, too bad, so sad. When there's no telling how many drivers are in that area actually getting that power zone. So that's why I think this is a fucking monumental failure. I mean, it's good for Lyft to try to, squeeze money out of passengers and not give in-demand prices to drivers. But here we go. So that was at 4:26, 4:27. I was watching Joe Rogan while I was parked. My good buddy Joe Rogan, Joe-Ro, as I like to call him. And you can see the surge map there looks kind of similar on both apps, right? North side, downtown, a little bit more west side demand from Lyft. But, all right, and now we check the prices. So from Aon, the center from both apps, I set a ride to O'Hare. Now, as you guys can see there, the shared prices for share and pool are about the same. Uber was $10 more expensive before promo for Lyft. And some of you are going to be like, well, so what? Well, that's the thing. They always kind of price gouge on airport rides. But if you took a ride from, keep in mind, if you took a ride from the Aon Center, you were for sure going to get surge. But look at my driver app isn't reflecting any power zone. So if you didn't get a power zone by the Aon Center, you would have made $28 for an hour-long ride to the airport, when the Uber driver probably would have made anywhere from $35 to $40, depending on if it multiplied. All right? That's the point I'm trying to make. This was at 4:35. Heat map shows demand all over the city on both apps. And again, I did a ride from where I was to the Aon Center, and Uber they're about the same price, about around $1 difference before the promo. But with Uber, you at least got a chance of getting the surge and a trip bonus. With Lyft, unless you were getting that power zone, you didn't get anything. That's what I'm trying to say. Look at this map, guys. 5 o'clock p.m. Uber surging heavily. and Lyft's power zone is 215, right where I was. Now, this is also kind of shitty because, like, let's say you have access to both apps, which you should have as a driver in Chicago. You're seeing, let's say on a minimum fare, let's say someone's going 1 mile, you would stand to make an additional $4.50 on the flat surge or $2.15 on the power zone because you just so happen to be in the area where the power zone is being offered at that time. Which ride would you take as a full-time driver? As if you're running your ride, your business, which one of these rides is more beneficial to you? Uber or Lyft? Black Lyft or pink Uber? Which one? And this is what they were charging at that time. So there you go. An Uber X ride for like a 2-mile ride, maybe a bit less, maybe 1.5 miles, would have been $14. Lyft would have been $12. But the fact is, I took a ride like that around the AN Center, and I made $9, where on Lyft I would have made $6. And this was the map around, what time was this at? Can't even tell. Come on, 5:50. And there you go. Look at the difference there, guys. Both apps 5:50. Both, I mean, only one of them showing demand, and one of them, their power zone was a joke. When I was, Uber's flat surge was like at $4 right where I was. So the point I was trying to make with my previous video is, this is not beneficial to drivers because we don't really know where we could see on the heat map where demand is, but we're not going to be getting paid extra for those rides unless we get the power zone bonus. And if drivers have both apps, if they're smart, they're just going to hop on Uber. You cannot make, with this update, with this personal power zone, you absolutely cannot make what you were making before on Lyft. It's just not going to happen. Because while with the flat surge, it's a roll the dice, it's a gamble if you're going to get the ride multiplied. Now, even in heavy demand, it's a roll the dice if you're even going to get a power zone bonus, because they're just kind of throwing them all over the place. If the power zone worked like the flat surge, where each little area, like for example, let's go back to, where's the heat map for Lyft? If it worked like Uber, where like orange was, that little orange blob there by River North was a power zone of like 350, and the piss yellow ones were like 175, fine. If you have to go that route, fine. But now it's not even being offered. It's clearly in demand, but many drivers will be penalized for taking in-demand rides and for not getting in the power zone. They're just not going to get the extra money, even though they're overcharging passengers. Or not overcharging, but they're charging in-demand prices and not passing it on to drivers like they should. So that's all I got for this one, guys. I got a long day ahead of me. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. I think this is bullshit. This is such a fuck up by Lyft. Stupid drivers aren't gonna care. Smart drivers are gonna hate it. Hopefully you're a smart driver. That's all I got for this one, guys. I want to thank y'all for watching. Everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, stay classy. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.